Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new D&D campaign. We are going to play a game called The Colony at Winter's Pass. We're pretty excited. We've got a number of players with us today, so I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves and introduce their characters briefly, and then we'll get started. So if you guys want to go ahead and say hello.
Hey everyone, this is Jack. You'll know me from Dragons at High Noon. I typically play decent. I'll actually be playing Eladon Danal in this one.
Yeah. And Jack, check your mic. Cutting in
Yeah,
and out there pretty bad.
sounds funky.
All right, is that any better?
Yes.
Much better.
Okay. I think I need to replace that cable. I think it's just getting old.
It happens. That's why my back hurts so much.
Right. Do I need to redo the intro? Or?
Yeah, please, just real quick.
Okay. My name's Decent. You guys know me from Dragons at High Noon. I typically play Decent. I'll be playing Eladon Danal here, who is a ranger that's going to be helping out this new settlement.
Cool. Shelby?
All right, I'm Shelby. I'm also from Dragons at High Noon. I play Lorneros over there. In this one, I am playing Vitali Farah, an accident-prone paladin blacksmith, who's also along for the ride.
Awesome. Jack? You've already gone. Jens?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jens. I'm new to the group here. I'll be playing Orison Yeldrin, a sneaky stabby drow rogue.
Awesome. Matt?
I'm Matt. I play Doc in Dragons at High Noon. This time I'm going to be playing Kreshimir Jujic, and I am a human artificer. You can call me Kresh.
Awesome. And Jordan? Last but not least.
Hello, I am Jordan. I typically play a child, but now I am playing an adult. My character is Sildaloon. She is a Furbog druid. She is here to hopefully help things not go wrong, and to apply band-aids when necessary.
Excellent. And I am Jay, the DM. And so hopefully we all have fun. And, this should be an interesting game. So we'll go ahead and
You
get
forgot
started.
your crazy prospector from Dragons of High Noon.
Oh, yeah, I'm crazy. We don't do the prospector anymore on Dragons of
Oh,
High
that's
Noon.
right. That's right.
Y'all do the intros. Mainly because my throat hurts.
Rest his soul.
All right. So just to set the scene, you guys have all been selected for various reasons to help colonize a new, I say new continent, but it was previously colonized but had been deserted due to a war that had been raging for 900 years. And the continent has now been deemed um, safe to colonize again after a calamitous event destroyed it. You guys traveled for months on a number of ships. So there's 4 ships that are taking you supplies, um, cattle, deer, other farm animals, um, and 20 other refugees. That's not the right word. Colonists uh, to go set up a colony. That way, more people can come over and start gathering resources and um, settle the land. That way, there is um, more stuff to help fight this war that has still been ongoing. Uh, you guys found a river and went upstream. It's been a number of weeks, and it is super cold. Farther north you get, the colder it gets. Snow is falling, and all you have seen thus far is just woods, hills, and up in the distance you just see these massive mountains. And eventually, Sir Aether Wolf, who is considered the mouth of the king on this expedition, points out that y'all are coming up on the designated area for the colony, and you begin to pull the ships over, and the colonists begin to unload. Now, you all were selected to be part of the council to run this colony. So Sir Aether calls you over and he goes, yes, well, where should we begin?
We could scout out the area, make sure there's nothing dangerous while we break camp.
All right, yes. Who wants to take on the job of scouting?
I'm probably the fastest. I can do it.
All right.
I would also be willing to throw my hat into the ring for that.
Decent is actually just giving Aether a blank stare.
Well, yeah, I suppose we have a number of suitable people, but it's a large area. So as a group, you could all go. What should we have the colonists do while y'all are out scouting?
Well,
Set up camp, I imagine.
we will need to stay,
Yeah.
All right.
at least to rest.
Perfect. And very good. So he goes off to the colonists, and they start unloading ships and start setting up a camp, essentially. And he is off doing that. What do you guys do?
Vitali's I can't really say suiting up, huh? She's grabbing all of her big smacky hammers, and she's picking a direction that looks kind of suspicious.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
are there like woods or something nearby? Is there
Yeah,
anything that's
so,
like
surprisingly, the woods in this area are thick on one side of the river to the south, and on the north side they're a little more sparse, particularly in this area. There looks like it's more suitable for fields, and it would be easier to clear out for sure.
I guess where would something spooky most likely be lurking?
Oh, you pick a direction. Like, this is all land that you've never seen before.
Directly forward.
Okay. Are all of you going on this scouting expedition?
Yes, yeah,
Mhm.
I am at least.
Yes.
Excellent.
I suppose.
Gotta make sure they don't get lost.
So
Fair.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I build stuff, but okay.
I would like to examine the vegetation.
All right. So you guys start walking around. You're looking around, and you begin to notice that this is fairly good soil. This is fairly the trees are nice. Go ahead and make a nature check for me, Jordan.
Can I assist?
You can do it with advantage, Jordan.
All right. First roll is a 19, 22.
22, nice. Yeah, this is all land that is not been touched by civilization for hundreds and hundreds of years. You do start to see some plants that you don't recognize. You just don't know what they are. They look similar to plants that you've seen before, like you see oak vines.
Poison plants?
Potentially. You're not 100% certain.
Hmm.
It would warrant further exploration. They look odd though. They're not like natural plants in the sense that they have odd colors running through them that other plants in this area don't have.
Do any of those plants look like they've been like chewed on, or is there anything around them?
Sorry, you're looking for existence of animals or
Yeah, existence of animals. Mainly, I'm trying to ascertain whether or not animals are eating these plants.
oh, these specific plants.
Yes, these
Um,
specific ones.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That'll be at 19.
19. Okay. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. You don't see anything in this current location, no.
Copy that.
But as you're walking around, you might notice something or something else.
Okay.
As you're going along, it's pretty obvious when you guys come up along a flattened area of grass that runs to the west. And this is a good distance inland. And you look at it and it looks like the grass is like slicked down. Almost like you would with your hair with gel.
Kind of pause, take a look around the area.
You look back and forth, up and down. You don't see anything exactly nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my bow just in case. I don't like flattened areas. It's not really natural.
You said it's slicked.
Mhm.
Is it slicked with something?
Yeah, you go down to take a look at the grass, and when you get closer, you realize there's some kind of slime.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
You look around and you don't see anything in particular.
Does it look like it's following a trail, like something big came
Yeah.
through?
Yes, there's definitely a trail. It goes east to west.
How big is the width of the
Oh, it's
slime?
probably 10 foot across.
I believe we should proceed with caution.
Out of curiosity, what time of the day is it at this point?
At this point in the day, it is probably mid-afternoon.
Okay, and you said it was snowing when we got there?
Yes, it is snowing. It is very
Okay.
cold.
Is there slime on the snow?
Mm-hmm.
This thing doesn't mind the cold.
Yeah, and as you watch the snow hit the slime, the snow melts.
Oh. Don't touch
So-
that.
Is it fresh?
Looking at it, it's not frozen, but you're
Mhm.
not certain how long it's been there.
Okay.
I'd like to, if I could, just take one of my arrows and kind of root the arrowhead around in the slime a little bit, just to see if there's any adverse effect.
Yeah,
Okay.
is it dissolving because it's slime or because
You poke your arrow into it, and it is very sticky, but it doesn't seem to affect the arrow in any particular way.
Hmm.
But when you draw the arrow out, it brings up like strings of slime with it.
Hmm.
Lovely, and I'm just gonna wipe it off on a nearby tree.
Yeah.
Could this be possibly turned
Blood
into
trail.
a glue?
Possibly. That would
I
be
would
an
like-
interesting use for it. Yeah.
I would like to collect some of this.
Okay. Easy enough to do if you have a bottle or some other
Oh,
container that you can put it in.
Please, let's check. Well, I'm fresh out of bottles. I frown and, well, I'm sure there will be more slime in the future.
Vitaly pulls out her water skin,
Okay.
chugs it, and then hands it to Silballoon.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
But-
course, no problem.
And she hands you her full water skin. Please hold on to mine until I can return yours.
Thank you.
And she ducks and scoops some slime into this water skin, which she honestly could have done that with her own now that she thinks about it, but she wants to appreciate the gesture and immediately just keeps scooping the slime.
Fair enough. Yeah. There's it's a little difficult because it's not like it's super deep slime. It's just like a thin layer of slime. But yeah,
Okay.
you're able to get enough to
Okay.
you think that you're
More
you'd
for
be able to do some testing.
experimenting at this
Yeah.
point, yes.
The water bottle warms up.
Oh. Warms up and then stops or continues
Yeah.
getting hot.
No, it warms up to the temperature of the slime.
Oh.
Hmm.
Wait, what's the temperature?
I mean, it's not like it's burning hot,
Warm enough to melt snow.
but it's warm enough to
Yeah.
melt snow.
Like a nice
Okay.
warm coffee.
Yeah.
But does it's only there because it's fresh, or does the slime, is it just warm?
That's a good question. You're not certain how long it's been there.
Well,
I'm gonna kind of keep moving forward, see if I can find a little higher ground, maybe spot this thing. It's a wide trail, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming it may be big.
He said it was moving east to west or west to east.
You're not certain. All you know is that there's this trail of slime that runs in the east and west directions.
Well, which way is the foliage actually knocked down?
Ah, good
Like
question.
pushed down.
It is going west.
Then yeah, I'll be heading west.
Okay. So you start heading west, and as you go along, you notice that this slime starts to get more. There's steam coming off of it,
oh.
as if it's starting to get warmer the farther you go. And eventually, up ahead of you, you see what looks like a rainbow rock sliding across the ground.
That's not what I expected. Is it actually a rock, or does it just
Make a perception check for me, all of you.
Oh god.
shit, I'm bewildered. 7.
15.
6.
That's a natural 1 for me.
Oh.
Okay. Everybody who made a 12 or higher sees that just around the sides of this rock, it looks like there's some kind of flesh moving. And you suddenly realize it's not a rock, it's a shell. And
Hot snail.
it
What a
looks
weird rock.
like it's a giant snail.
Never seen a rock move like that before.
No kidding. And
Um,
leaving that snail trail. I mean, slime trail. It's a rock.
Jins, it's gonna take me a minute to get y'all's characters' names down, so I apologize.
No problem. Just let me
say-
know.
Orison.
Orison.
Orison, you're looking around and you see this rock and you're like, what the heck? And you step in the slime. And when you do, you try to pick your foot up, but it's very sticky and you end up tripping and falling face first into this
Oof.
trail of slime. It gets in your mouth and your nose, and it's gross.
Oh,
It's very bad.
a little help, please.
Arisen, what kind of armor do you wear?
Leather.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
By the way,
Vitaly,
That leather
Yes.
armor is now stained.
Oh,
Stained
Well-
leather armor.
Hmm
we'll get that out. Don't worry.
I guess I'm gonna try to get myself up out of the slime then.
And that too.
Yeah, Vitali's
Yeah.
gonna like grab the back of his armor with her metal hand and
Okay.
just like yank.
Can I help by taking my quarterstaff and offering it to him to pull?
All right, Vitali, make a strength check with advantage because everybody's helping you pull him up.
First one's a 22.
Oh, dope. She
yeah.
got this.
Yeah, it's a 22.
Horsepower.
So
Exactly, horsepower.
You reach down and grab him by the back of the leather armor and just whoosh, yank him up.
Yeet.
Damn it!
Just gonna be
I
standing
just
there with my
had
arms out to
you
the side.
Say your name,
Orison.
Orison. Orison. You, if you had ever wanted to know what it was to feel like a bird taking off, you don't need to know what that feels like anymore. You get pulled up so fast, it's pretty impressive. As you do so, the strings of the slime that are attached to Orison snap back down into the trail, and the rock stops moving.
Oh, the rock hurt us.
Felt us.
Ugh,
And it
so
Not
turns
exactly.
around.
You have a point.
not exactly what I'd call an auspicious start to this adventure.
It could be a nice rock.
And it slowly begins approaching you, Gull. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The one thing I always roll really bad on.
Don't worry, mine's not much better.
Are you
I'm
sure
assuming.
about
Okay. And Jens, there is an initiative chat, so if you just put your initiative there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard a bunch of pinging there.
Okay, excellent. Just give me a second to write all this down.
Is it like crystal shell? Like what?
Yeah, what color is it stained that
Yeah.
my armor is now?
Oh,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
a nasty oil type stain.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry. We've got stuff for that.
Who has the higher dex out of Eldon and Sildaloon?
I got a
Mine's
plus
plus-
one.
mine's +3.
Okay.
Oh,
It is.
got me beat.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to write faster.
No
God.
problem.
Take your time.
Hurry up.
I will kill your character.
I know.
And
So the balloon
episode one,
steps away from the.
crushed by a rainbow snail. Oh,
Wait.
and
Okay.
Zephyr's doing some something.
Hey, everyone, please put your character names and information down in the main chat. That way I can see them.
Okay. So Vitali, this thing is slowly making its way back to the group. What do you do?
I'm gonna put Orison down outside of the goop.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And okay, so how far away is this thing?
Oh, it's probably 150 feet.
And it's safe to assume it's moving at not 30 feet a turn.
Yeah. It's pretty slow.
Yeah, so you said the shell looks like a rock?
Yeah, just from like if you were just glancing at it, but now that you look at it, it looks like a slug shell.
Mm.
And do I see a slug underneath it, or is it just the shell?
Oh yes, there is a slug with muscle coming at you.
Ew.
It has a fanned out head with multiple tentacle feelers that are slightly spiked on the top of its head, and a mouth. Here, I can share a picture with you.
Oh, that would be
Um,
delightful. Thank you.
It's not that one with the weaponry, is it?
Not quite.
Oh,
But
well,
it
that's
is
fun.
Oh.
massive.
Wow.
This thing is larger than you, Vitali.
Oh, that's not comfortable at all. I'm big.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows, Vitali is a centaur. Um, so big ol'
Nice,
half horse.
but she's a little
She comes in at 6'9".
Oh,
Nice.
This thing is bigger than
Thanks,
you,
Matt. I'm glad you got that.
Sildaloon,
I
who
was gonna
is
say, is it bigger
what?
than me?
8 foot something.
Oh, that's unusual.
Yeah, no, this thing is about the size. The tentacles reach up to the tops of the trees.
Is it? You said that the slime was steaming as we got closer. Is it like, is the snail hot? Can we tell if it's radiating heat?
It is steaming.
Hmm. Could just be because it's so cold. Uh, so what are we doing?
Good question, Vitali. What are you up to?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Man, I don't get a whole lot of sauce third level. I'm going to approach it.
Okay.
I'm going to advance my 40 feet. I'm not going to step in the goo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out my warhammer.
Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, and Eldon.
So those, like I see the giant clubby tentacles. Are the things in the front actual eye stalks, or are those like tentacles to draw things into its mouth?
You can't see exactly what they are, but if you had to guess, they're probably tentacles of some kind that draw things into its mouth.
Okay, want to check. It didn't seem to notice much until we stepped in the group. I was trying to figure out if this thing's blind or not. Okay.
You're not certain how it's able to tell the presence, but you did see that it turned around after.
Yeah.
Orison.
Orison. Thank you. I'll get there. Orison was pulled out of the slime.
Hmm.
What do you do?
So I'm gonna actually move my 30 feet, not with,
Vitali.
yeah, not with Vitality, but like flanking her to the side so that still technically able to help if she needs.
Okay.
And how far out is it?
At this point, it is probably 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay. I'm just gonna look at over. I'm gonna look over at her and kind of wait for the nod, and then once I get it, I'm gonna open fire.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna wait, hold my action.
Sounds good. Sildaloon.
So this thing is charging sort of at us. It is definitely like aggressive, right? As soon as we made ourselves known.
It seems like it might be some kind of hunter, yes. Make a perception check for me.
20 or dirty 20.
Okay. you notice that the shell has very similar colors to that of the plants that you noticed that were odd.
Hmm. Are there any plants nearby?
There are. Yeah, those plants are all over the place.
Okay. Hmm. Ah, Can I? Shit. How do you find out if it's an herbivore?
Good question.
Um,
Check its teeth.
oh God, does it? Rocks don't have teeth. I guess it's a snail now. Okay, well, snails don't have. Do snails have teeth?
You sounded
Yeah,
awfully
true.
confident there, dog. Are you sure about that one?
No, I'm not sure. I can't say I've ever asked one.
I mean, technically, no. Technically, snails kind of dissolve things after they draw it into their mouth, like directly into their stomach. But
I-
this is D&D, so who knows? It could have a beak in there for all we know.
Google says snails can have between 1,000 and 12,000 or more teeth.
Oh,
Oh, that's
good God.
awesome.
Same thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
This thing just got about 10 times more terrifying.
Okay. I can't. Oh no.
Picture in the chat for a little bit of context.
Oh, it's smiling.
So, if you've ever wondered
okay.
what snail teeth look like, they look like razor sharp rings. It's horrifying.
Snails. I'm trying to think of what I. How many rolls can I freaking make? I wanna. Wait, yeah, didn't I do it? Was that an action technically?
To perceive it?
Yeah.
No, that's something I asked you to do.
Oh, okay. Can I? Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm flatlining in my brain. Can I, fuck, feed it leaves? I don't know.
So you're a bit far, but you can definitely pick some of those leaves and walk towards it. Yes.
Okay. I would like to pick many leaves,
Okay.
like a whole bunch, and hold them out far.
Okay. Yeah. So you pick a bunch of those different leaves, and you have them in your hand, and you're holding them out.
Hey there, buddy. Hey.
And and you get the
Calm
sense
down now.
that it's with the tentacles on the front or the bottom of it, I guess. It's like flipping them through the air, and when you hold out the leaves, it seems to pick up on the scent.
Oh, hey, like the smell of that, huh? She holds it like left and right, see if it follows.
The tentacles do seem to follow the movement.
Hey, see, look at that.
That will bring us to. I'm gonna butcher this, even though you've already said it 100 times. Orison?
Close enough. Orison.
Orison.
Orison. Yeah.
Orison. Orison.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to like. Or.
Write it phonetically.
Yeah. Sin. There we go. Perfect. I will never forget ever again. 5 minutes later, how do you say it? All right. So what do you do, Orison?
How far away was it again?
So it's approximately 120 feet at this point from where
Okay.
you are. Everybody who's moved ahead of you is closer. So
I would.
but
Sorry, I would like to use my my full movement, 30 feet, to get closer to it, but kind of like off at a diagonal, so it's kind of almost like a flanking.
Okay.
And I want to do two things if I can. First of all, I want to use my bonus action to hide behind a tree.
sure, easy enough. Roll stealth for me.
Okay. That's a 21.
Okay.
And I would like to see if it's tracking me, since I'm covered in its slime. I have a theory.
Um, as you're watching this, you get the sense that it's tracking Sildaloon at the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna have my my light bow at the ready then, just in case.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what are you doing over there? Come over, say hello.
So Sildaloon, you turn your head and you say that to Orison, and
Nice.
you turn back to the slug, and it has started moving towards you.
Oh.
And it moves forward 10 feet, then 20, and then we'll go to Kresh.
All right. So now it's 100 feet away from us.
It is 100 feet away from you.
Okay. Can I? Is it looking more hostile than it was?
It looks the same. It looks like a slug.
Okay, cool. So
It's
what-
kind of
what I
hard
wanna-
to get a vibe off of this thing.
Okay. I want to try something. So I want to pick up a rock, and I want to use magical tinkering to imbue it with the same odor of the leaves. And I want to throw it or sling the rock like to the creature's left to see if that's what it's actually after.
Okay, so what spell are you using to make it smell like that?
I have a thing called magical tinkering.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's an action I
Oh
can
yeah,
take.
sure, absolutely.
Cool.
So really, what you do is you pick up a rock and you kind of grind a little hole in it. You take some of the leaves and you grind them up into the hole, kind of like you make a makeshift mortar and pestle.
Okay.
And then uh, so it's like pungent version of these leaves, and you
Mhm.
toss it. And are you throwing it in a particular direction?
Yeah, so because it's pretty far away. I want to use my sling to throw it like to the left, like the direct left of the creature, like maybe 20 feet away from it.
Okay. Yeah, you do indeed see some of the tentacles flip and begin to move in the air in that direction.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's what happens.
Does it stop? Does
It
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 do anything else?
it's already had its movement, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Vitali.
It's still pretty far away, huh?
So it has moved forward another 20 feet. You moved forward. What's your movement?
40.
40. So at this point, it is 60 feet away.
I'm gonna. Where's Sildaloon compared to me?
About 10 feet behind you.
I'm gonna take a step out of the way to kind of clear the path for this snail because it feels like the snail's like, oh, plant. So she's gonna kind of chill out for a minute. She's gonna take probably like 5 feet back to kind of clear the path, and then like prop herself up on her warhammer and just kind of watch.
Okay. All right. And
Watch this thing fucking do like Zephyr Strike and then just go.
Eldon,
Oh God.
what do you do?
Eladon is going to kind of follow suit. He's gonna just shift around, but keep both of them within range. And I'm pretty much gonna set up that if it goes to attack, I'm going to use Arcane Strike.
Okay. All right. And Orison?
I'm gonna be watching. Let's see. I moved up 30. It moved up 20, so that's still 70 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I got to be closer in order to to really be effective. I'm gonna get another 20 feet closer. I'm gonna hide again.
Okay. All right. Yeah, as far as you can tell, it's not like tracking you. It's hard to tell.
Right.
It's a slug, so
Well,
it's hard to
and-
see what it's doing. But it doesn't seem to take notice of you as far as you know.
I'm gonna hold my action just in case it attacks, and
Okay.
I'm gonna that's gonna be with the bow.
Okay, sounds good. Let me roll for the slug to see which source of plant it's gonna go after. Oh, yep. So it does look over at the rock. So you like watch as the head tilts for a second, and all the tentacles point in that direction, and then it tilts back to Sildaloon and continues moving towards Sildaloon. So I actually think I've skipped Sildaloon. My apologies. So
It's like I don't know where I am.
yeah. So Sildaloon, as it's moving forward towards you, do you move towards it as well, or what do you want to do?
Yes, and she moves in a very easy pattern manner, like you would approach a potentially wild animal.
Okay. Sounds good. So at this point, it moves forward 20 feet, and you can move up 60, which would put you pretty much right at it.
Okay.
Um,
Hey there, buddy. I'll meet you in the middle. How about that?
It looks, in a way, it looks down at you, like it slumps over a little bit. Its tentacles kind of tickle your arm, and a mouth opens up.
Oh, hey, there
And
it is.
It's a circular mouth, and you can see inside there are teeth.
Oh,
And
wow, look.
it circles the leaves and takes a few, and then it takes a few more, and then it encircles your hand,
Okay.
and bites down,
Okay, now, okay, let go. Now, back.
and
Hey.
you take 3 points of damage,
Okay.
and then it doesn't let go.
Okay. Well,
Does that count as an aggressive action?
I was just gonna ask.
hang on. Look.
I will let you make a strength check against the snail to see if you can get your hand out.
Hey, hold on. Let me. She's just eager, I think. And she pulls 17.
It does not let you go.
Oh, come on. That was a pretty hefty pull. Come on.
Got a 22.
Oh, all right. Those teeth are they're hugging.
Digging into your
Can
arm
I-
a bit.
Okay. Can I wait a minute? Is it my turn?
You have not done your action yet, so I will say yes.
I would like to look, I'm gonna do something and you're not gonna like, well, I don't know what you're gonna do really, but it's worth a shot. You're not gonna like it if you don't let go. And she uses mold earth to pull up, consider, I guess, 5-foot cube of dirt. And if it does not let go, we'll drop it on top of the slug or the snail.
Okay, so where exactly are you dropping this dirt?
Well, honestly, should it be 5? Honestly, I just want to drop enough to startle it.
Okay.
Maybe not 5 feet. That's quite a lot of dirt.
I mean, this is a big animal. This thing's bigger than you are.
Oh,
Like, it
yeah,
had to lean
okay.
over to get to you.
Okay. Then I will do that.
Okay. So you drop the dirt on it, and it, like, jerks a little bit, like it wasn't expecting it. It still does not let go, though.
Okay.
So everybody who had held actions.
I'm having second thoughts.
Yep.
Yep.
Eldon would be first.
Okay.
Then Orison. And then Kresh, you didn't have a held action. Okay. So Eldon, what do you do?
Nope.
I'm going to use Arcane Shot with my crossbow and use Grasping Arrow.
Okay.
Let me see. Creature hit by the arrow takes extra 2d6 damage. Speed is reduced by 10. Takes slashing damage.
Yeah, could you, if you're going to read it out, could you read it out loud?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so a creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage at the first time on each turn it moves 1 feet or more. The brambles last for 1 minute until you use the option again, or until any creature uses an action to remove them with an athletics check of DC 12.
Okay.
So I guess I have to hit it with my actual attack first.
Okay. And this is a magical attack?
It's technically, but it's fired off my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm casting the arcane shot on the arrow, and then the bolt, and then firing it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. That will be a 17.
17 will just hit.
So that will be. I'll roll the normal damage first, which is a whopping 7 damage, and it's 2d6 poison. That will be 11 poison damage.
Okay. So what was the total damage there?
17 damage.
All right.
Or hush.
Okay. You are familiar enough with your arrows that you recognize when a creature is not affected by the poison.
Okay.
Okay. Orison.
So quick question.
Mhm.
It is middle of the afternoon. It's snowing out. Does that still count as being within direct sunlight?
You are not in direct sunlight. No.
Okay, so I don't
There
have to
is
roll a
cloud
disadvantage.
coverage. Yeah.
All right. And forgive me, I always forget. If I'm hidden, do I roll with advantage or no?
It
I always forget
depends
what it goes with
on
rogues.
depends on the type of rogue you are. So let me take a look.
Probably not then.
No.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna shoot my short bow.
Okay.
And that is probably not gonna hit. That's a 13.
That'll miss. It slams into the shell and your arrow shatters.
Oof. All right, down 1 arrow.
Cool. That'll take us to Crash.
Mm. Cool. I'm going to draw my crossbow and find my freaking character sheet so I can do that. And I'm going to shoot it in its soft, squishy underbelly.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Doing that right now. That's a critical fail.
Oof.
Oh, roll your damage, please.
Okay.
And what was it that you were shooting? Your crossbow?
My crossbow.
Okay.
My damage is 7.
7.
It's gonna hurt, isn't it?
Sildaloon,
Yep.
you're trying to get your arm out of this slug when suddenly you feel a prick in your butt and you take 7 points of damage. And
Does it
have-
have more teeth? What's going on?
Message for you, sir.
Something Batman.
Okay, now.
I got shocked in the buttocks.
So you take 7 points of damage from the bolt.
Okay. This is fine. It's fine.
And then can I reload as a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay,
will
I'm
let
going to
you
do
do
that.
Actually, hold on. Let me. There's something special about crossbows.
I'm
So I just need to double check this.
Wait, there's something special about crossbows?
Yeah, I think there's a feat that lets you load on a bonus action as opposed to an action.
Yeah.
Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can only fire one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you normally take. And then to reload. Yeah, you can use a bonus action. Why not?
okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna go like home, and then just draw the string back, and load another one, and be like, all right, let's try that again.
You just point over at Orison.
Mhm.
Seriously, did it bite me?
Vitali.
Snail is aggro. Which means I am gonna smack the shell with my hammer.
Okay, roll to hit.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You hit the shell, and you bounce right off of it.
It's made of vibranium.
I don't like that.
Aim for the squishy bits.
It's a good
But
thing
if you
I got
aim-
Alice. She'd be angry.
Oh yeah. Alice, can I double rage? Okay. I don't think there's a whole lot else I can do.
Okay. Eldon.
Yep.
Going to reload and fire again.
Okay.
Hey, does anyone have salt?
Good question.
Oh.
I'm sure Shelby has plenty of salt.
That's
Sorry.
It's an 18.
I mean, and I'm
Sorry, you said what was that? Chat?
That's an 18.
18 will hit.
And that is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. This one sinks in a little deeper than your last one, and it recoils a bit. Yeah, good shot.
Okay.
Sil de Lune. Or was that it for you?
I mean, yeah, that's all I can really do
Okay.
at this point.
Sil de Lune. You've got one hand in this thing, a bolt sticking out of your butt.
Yep.
What do you do?
I rethink my life choices. And I am frowning now, as much as her typically very bored expression can frown, which is her lips are pretty much the only thing moving. I gave you a chance there, and now you look at you. You gotta let go. Hold. You know what? You know what all right, I'm gonna do it. And can I, since my hand is inside of its mouth, I would like to use create water. And I want to know if I can fill it with 10 gallons of water. Is this even a lot of water to this creature?
This creature is huge.
Ah, damn it.
So I mean, you can absolutely do that if you would like.
I mean, I would like, you know what? If it's got teeth, maybe it has one of those uvula things.
Maybe.
And I would like to try and make it gag. I want to do a create water, like jet stream it as hard as I possibly can down its throat.
Okay.
At an
Roll-
angle, honestly,
I
because
like
that
that. I
sounds
like
way more uncomfortable.
Yeah, let me
see,
roll a
this
check to
Cheeto
see
son
if
of a
it throws you up. It does.
Oh, good.
You create water, and it, for a second, you're like, oh god, it's not gonna let me go, and then part of it puffs up like a balloon, and then it you see the muscles constrict, and it shoots your arm out, and a bunch of water comes out after it as well, and you're just soaked.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll
But
dry off later.
your arm's free.
At
Yep.
least you're not slimed.
Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, well, this one's wild.
Oh, it feels so funky.
Do you stay there, or you've got your arm free,
n-
so you can move if you would
No,
like?
actually. Oh shit! It followed through scent,
Hmm.
or
Well, or what you think.
or what I think. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, is it distracted right now?
You are uncertain as to what it's thinking. This is a
Okay.
completely alien creature to you guys.
Okay. Well, yeah. Wait a minute. It's slow as hell. I am going to retreat.
Okay. So as you walk away, you take one step,
God.
and the slug. You watch as the finger-like tentacles at the tip of the body begin to glow red, and you watch as the snow hitting those tentacles begins to sizzle, and then it swings down at you.
Uh-oh.
And you manage to dodge out of the way as you retreat.
Oh, I
And it
bet you thought you were gonna hit
slams
me, didn't you?
slams into the ground, and you hear what sounds like hissing sounds, and you think it's upset.
I would be upset too if I had my arm eaten. Oh wait, I did.
How far away do you move?
I move as far as my range. You know what? I will. I'm not hiding behind the centaur so much as just. I will resume the line that we have made. I'm going back to the group,
Okay.
grabbing my hand, just like, that really smarts. I didn't expect that to go quite so badly. It's hot.
Orison, what do
Yeah,
you do?
yeah. I'm gonna fire another arrow at it.
Go for it.
All right. That's better. That is 22 to hit.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Let's see
You
here.
are hidden, so don't forget
Oh.
your sneak damage.
Sneak attack. All right. That's another 2d6, right?
Yep.
That's 14 damage.
14. All right. This thing is beginning to drip a viscous fluid that's similar to the slime, but not. It's obviously it's some kind of blood. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna hold my position.
Okay. The slug is going to begin to chase after Sildaloon.
It's going to take damage for moving.
And as soon as it takes damage, so go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, what was it? It was just, okay, 2d6. Slashing. Chow. 8 damage.
8, okay. As soon as it takes damage, it will recoil from that and instead decide to take some attacks at Vitali. So these tentacles come down, and that would be a 18 to hit.
18 meets.
Okay, so that'll hit. You take 6 points of damage from getting smacked by one of the things. It's like getting hit with a flail.
Ew.
And the second one will also hit, and that will be 7 points of damage.
Jeez.
At which point, we'll go to Kresh.
I want to try shooting it again.
Okay.
Pew pew. How does 20 sound?
20 sounds great. Roll your damage.
Cool. 5.
Okay. This thing lets out a very loud hiss. It is not happy.
I reload and shoot at the bird.
And shoot at the bird.
Yeah, like I give it the finger.
Oh,
Oh,
I was like, wait, what?
I'm so good. I shot the snail, reloaded, and then shot the bird that was flying
Yeah.
behind it.
I don't understand.
Sorry.
Dinner.
Excellent, Vitali, your turn.
It's club time, but specifically on what appear to be a gooey bit.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's clubbering time.
It's clubberin' time. 14.
Will miss.
Oof. Having a bad time.
You go to hit it, and it seems to sense your hammer coming through the air, and it like morphs its body so that you miss and you hit the dirt.
whoa,
Ew. Okay.
that is new.
Okay.
Eldon.
I'm going to reload and fire again.
Okay, roll to hit.
That will be a 25.
That will hit.
That is a whopping 7 damage.
Okay.
Sigh.
This arrow pierces deep, but this thing is still up.
Okay.
You get the sense it's on its last foot.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh.
its only foot.
But you ain't got no feet, Lieutenant Dan.
Actually, I'm pretty sure slugs do have a foot.
Oh,
They do. That's
Yep.
what it's called. It's called a
Yep.
foot.
Yeah.
good to
Do
know.
they have toes?
Do, the more you know. I don't think they do. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Google that. I'm gonna do that.
Sildaloon. What do you do?
She's shaking her head in disappointment. How did we get to this?
Just lecturing the slug. I love it.
We could have. Look, I'm gonna figure out what we did wrong. We got off on the wrong foot. I know you have that now. But if we are going to settle in the immediate area, we can't handle one of these going through the camp. And until we understand more about them, I reason that we have to protect ourselves. And I will use. Dang. That's not a real spell. Wow.
Spray of light.
I didn't give I didn't give myself very many first level attacks. Okay. How about spike growth?
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. If he's on his last legs, I don't want to waste a second level slot. She
That's
looks
okay.
over at someone with a bow and arrow, like,
I should probably point out that you have an arrow stuck in you. Maybe you can stab
Oh.
it with that arrow.
That is
Ah.
true.
That's
You do
very
run the
true,
risk you have to yank it out of your ass first.
hold on, that was an arrow? And I
Yes.
turn around and look.
yeah.
Well,
Wasn't me.
hang on. I know a snail didn't do that.
Are you able to see the rest of the party when you turn around?
She
I
can
don't
see
know.
you.
I wave. Hey.
I hope that was a mistake.
I hide behind the tree.
Well,
Just because
All
I'm scared.
I guess the guilt tells me that. All right. I don't want to pull it out right now. We have. I'll hang on to it. But you know what? I think someone more suitably armed should go. I will hold my turn and just be so disappointed in my butt and this snail.
Does the snail feel guilt?
Orison.
Just like,
Well, I guess I will fire another arrow.
Okay, roll to hit.
All right. Oof. That's 11.
11 will
Oh.
miss.
I know.
The,
Stand still.
The arrow goes wide. And it's at this point that the slug, fearing for its life, suddenly encapsulates itself in the shell.
Oh well, now I don't feel good about this at all.
Kresh, what do you do?
Does that cause it to move at least 1 foot?
Not from its current position, no.
Wobble a
I
little.
figured I was just trying.
Is the hole that it comes out of visible?
It is on the ground.
So it curled up into itself and then kind of like flipped itself so its hole is unexposed.
The hole would have already been oriented towards the ground, so when it pulled itself in, it
Okay.
just
Okay.
landed on the ground.
I would like to grab a much larger rock and fucking sling it at the shell.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's a critical fail.
Oh my god!
Oh, yay!
He's going to kill me, isn't he?
I'm rolling damage right now. Oh my god, that's max damage. That's 6.
What the hell?
So the loon.
Yeah.
You're like looking down at this bolt in your ass, and then a
Yeah.
rock comes out of the air and just smacks you in the head.
Ow! God. What's wrong with you?
Who gave this one a weapon?
That was a rock. What were you doing? I know I'm big. Would you like me to move?
Hold on. I'm gonna
That was
post
6
it.
damage?
Yeah. So keep the post light, guys. Remember, we are recording.
Yeah.
I am
Sorry, it's just a picture of Clyde screaming from South Park.
bloody. Well, I'm not bloody. I'm banged up. Why didn't I heal myself?
Crash, anything
Ah,
else?
No. I
Vitaly.
feel shame as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Can I try to flip it over?
You certainly can.
I imagine this would be like a push,
It's gonna
like
be a
get up on back legs and then poof.
yeah. That sounds good. It's gonna be a contested strength check between you and the snail. So go ahead and roll strength.
16.
Oh yeah. For a second, you're like, this is really, really heavy. But then you realize that it landed on the dirt that Sildaloon had dumped on it, so it's really loose. And you just floop, and it just flops. And you see 4 little tentacles out there like, oh shit.
Bet you wish you would add the leaves now, huh?
It did have the leaves.
It had more than it had that was the appetizer.
That would count as an action, yes.
Yes, that would be your action.
All right. Well then I'm gonna take a peek and just kind of look at him.
Yeah. It looks like a snail in the shell, just massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
But also like a very hungry boy.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of hungry, we could cook it.
Perhaps.
I don't know if you'd want to eat that.
Wait, is it dead?
Not yet.
Okay.
Eladin.
Firing.
Okay,
Well, no. First question would be, do I have a clear shot?
you do.
Okay, firing.
Okay.
That's 17,
That'll hit.
and that'll be.
How do you want to kill it? It
Oh,
literally
just-
had 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. So yeah, pretty much like she flips it, and the second I see like the tentacles kind of coming up, I just kind of like step in and poof.
Okay. Yeah, so these tentacles are looking up at you, Vitali, and then an arrow comes out of from behind you and just right in the center mass disappears into the muscle, and it stops moving.
Cool. Are we out of combat?
We are.
I- I'll say this. I don't want to waste time if this can't happen. I want to see if I can harvest the like the spiky part of the tentacles because they heat up, and see if I can actually fashion those into something to heat things with.
You have to get to them first.
Yeah, I
And
want to go do
two,
that.
I'm not certain Sildaloon's gonna let you do anything. You might want to run.
Sildaloon doesn't scare me.
Okay.
I've already almost killed her.
Oh, are you
once.
saying this? Are you saying this with your words now? Can I hear you?
No, that was out of character.
Okay, I have good hearing.
That's
Are
nice.
any of my bolts salvageable from this thing?
Not that you can see.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have one that
If
is
I take my
salvageable.
axe and cut into them?
Yeah, so if you walk up and start cutting into the flesh of this thing, the flesh itself is not that hard to cut into. If you try to break the shell, it's much, much harder.
I'm gonna pause as I'm like cutting in because like I just want to make sure like I'm not gonna hit it and acid blood or something's gonna get me. But I'm also gonna pause and look at Vitali. Think we could make something out of this shell?
If you can move it.
That's a good point. I'm not that strong.
You could cook in it.
Not to mention, it seems rather resistant to damage. Would we even be able to salvage it for anything?
We'll make a nice centerpiece for the town.
Use it as a big pot.
Yeah, you know what? I bet we could make a fantastic water fountain out of that.
Yeah, it
I'll bet you we can
is
make-
very large. Yeah.
I'll step up and be like, you know what? I'll bet you we can make a lot of beer in that thing.
Vitali's into it.
I know
Yes.
nothing about this. Hey, you, come here, help me.
Who are you talking to?
You want your arrow back, right?
Crush will just kind of walk over and be like, sure. And I guess I'll
Well-
go to yank it out.
I
You just-
guess.
you just yank it out.
I guess I will try.
Make a medicine check.
Oh God,
Maybe I should have done this, but it's at a weird angle.
that's a 14.
14. Okay. Roll a d4.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm rolling right now. That's a 1.
A 1. You take 1 point of damage as the arrow comes out.
Oh, easier coming out than going in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm gonna use fucking cure wounds. I'm at 10 hit points, which is less than half. I would like to learn also anything I possibly can about this beast, this hiccup in the trail.
So the
Sweet.
muscle is slowly relaxing and beginning to pull out of the shell. And make a nature check for me.
Yes. 5.
5. This is nothing like you've ever seen before. Like, slugs exist in the world, but they're tiny little, like maybe the largest is the size of your hand. Maybe.
Hang on, is it a slug or a snail?
Snail, sorry.
Okay. It does have a shell. Okay.
Yes, it does have the shell. Yeah. Um, so the fact that it's this large is incredible.
And I think that typically snails don't they do that fire thing or hit you with their head noodles.
Yeah, typically not.
But how do they cook?
I mean, snails, when you cook them normal with like butter and like a lemon and
Uh,
sauce, pretty good.
mm,
Escargot.
Mm-hmm.
well,
Delicious.
will it?
And here you have probably uh,
How far
500
is this
500
from the
pounds of snail.
shit? Pounds. Well, you may need to do something
Plus
about
an
this.
extra 300 pound of shell.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that much meat's definitely going to draw scavengers. Uh, so we need to consider that.
And distance from where you guys landed, this might be 500 feet, maybe.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. Like you look
Wow.
back and suddenly you realize there's like a whole crowd of colonists all like,
Shit.
holy shit.
Well, for that close, do we have any oxen?
You don't have any oxen.
Do we have any kind of animals that could help pull this thing?
You do.
You have a horse.
We do.
Well, that and
Oh.
Sildaloon.
I
Do
thought
you want
you
to
were a
describe
centaur.
your animals?
Yes, I did want to check on them before we got off the boat, but you all seem so eager. So, she has, I mean, have they disembarked?
No, they're still in the boat.
Okay. Uh,
Like this has all happened within like 10 minutes of you guys getting off the
oh,
boat.
shit. We work quickly.
we got off the boat, kill a monster, that's
No. Yeah,
how we roll.
you clock in, you get to work.
Welcome to Monster Hunter Worlds. I mean,
Well then, welcome to Monster Hunter World. Then, I'll be back, and she will depart for a second, but and return with not all of them, but just a couple examples of 2 deer. They're about 4 feet tall, pretty sturdy looking. They're all dark brown with random patches of white. One is antlered and one is not. These are, well, they're wild, but these are my most familiar pair. We could help carry quite a bit with them.
So these creatures look small, but they look hardy.
okay.
What color did you say? What color they are?
Yes, they're dark brown, with just patches of white.
Excellent. Yeah. So these are just super hardy deer, but they're like miniaturized.
They're Spangle deer. You'll
Yeah.
see why later.
Yeah, so excellent. You do have animals that can help you move things. The deer are also good for milk. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys do? By the way, at this point, Kresh, your wife runs up
Mm-hmm.
and is like, we going home.
I need to harvest something.
And your kids are like right behind her, and they're like, "Oh, that's so cool! Oh, look at that! It's massive!"
Oh, it's very messy too. I maybe don't touch it.
Yeah, there's a whole gaggle of kids who are now like jumping into the slime and sliding.
Oh god.
Oh,
Just
You're-
slowly back away.
You're
like,
gonna get a cold.
Yeah. So that's Kresh's kids and Sildaloon, your kids jump in there.
No, is it gonna get in your fur? Come on.
Yeah, they're a mess.
Oh,
I'm gonna continue scouting ahead while they deal with all
Lori's
that.
gonna
That is
kill
not
me.
my cup of tea.
All right, so you go scout ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that
so
snail might have friends. Watch out.
excellent. And Kresh, you want to try and salvage?
Yeah, I want to see if I can take out the sharp bits that heated up, and
So they're actually
I
not
don't
sharp.
okay.
It is all muscle at that point.
Okay.
And when you get there, you get the sense it's cool. It's very rapidly beginning to get cold.
Okay.
And you think it won't be long before this thing freezes.
Oh, maybe it'll
Well-
preserve.
Would I be able to actually, like, what's what I'm looking for? Would I be actually able to do something with those things, or
Maybe like if you cut them off, you can do some experimentation with them and see if you can make something out of them.
cool? I want to do that.
Okay. So you cut off the tentacles off the tip of this creature, and that gets you 5 tentacles. When you do cut them off, they have some kind of fluid in them. So you end up tying off the end of each tentacle so you can preserve that liquid.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Sounds pretty gross.
5 tentacles.
And then there is a lot of snail meat, so you guys can try and do something with that if you wish.
I would like to collect some of it. I know Lori has a very good escargot recipe, so I'm sure she can make something out of this.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when you say that, Lori walks up and
Oh, hey.
she looks at the meat and she goes, yes, I think we can cook this to be nice and tender.
I didn't doubt you couldn't do it. I feel bad about eating it now, but it tried to eat me first, so I guess we're even.
She actually looks you up and down and goes, "Oh yes, you do."
Oh,
cook.
I'm okay.
Ah,
I'm
I'm so
sort of.
glad. And she gives you a
Must be
kiss.
okay.
And it goes,
Oh.
can you cut me off? And then she looks back and then like seems to be counting the colonists in her head, and she goes, "Oh, 20 pounds?
Yeah, I think we can manage that.
I will get started on dinner."
Fantastic. We'll be right over with it, honey.
Oh, although I suppose we should check if it's poisonous.
Oh, yeah, that's a big thing. You know what? I have just the thing. And she walks over and casts Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay. Yeah, you don't detect any kind of poison. You think it would be perfectly fine to eat.
She stands up and slaps her legs a little to emphasize, nope, you can dress this right up in butter. It's good to go.
Oh, excellent. She kind of reaches up and touches your cheek a little bit and then goes, 20 pounds. And then she walks off to get her kitchen ready.
All right, 20 pounds. That's a lot of snail.
Well, she is feeding the entire colony.
That is true. Hey, someone want to help me slice and dice?
Would Vitaly have any kind of tools in her like blacksmithing arsenal that would crack this shell open?
Potentially. But if your Warhammer didn't crack it, it might take a bit of force.
Hmm.
She's willing to attempt it.
Okay.
Can she also recruit Monona, her dwarf buddy?
Mm-hmm. Monona walks up and she starts looking it over and she goes, Well, this is an interesting piece. I wonder if we can make something out of this.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, maybe a warning horn?
Oh, that'd sound fun.
We
Maybe a
cut
big
off...
shield out of one of these pieces.
Oh yeah, maybe a shield. Ooh, we could make a shield out of that for sure. And
Be a
she's
fun
like
slide.
eyeing a specific side of it.
Yeah, Vital. They're brain twins. They're on the exact same thing.
Best we take it whole for now, and then we can see what we can do with it.
Might as well just leave
Oh.
it here. And Vital, she points at like the camp that's like
Right
500
there.
feet away.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, well, we might want to get the meat out of it,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I'm sure we can make something of this.
Right. Anybody got like a knife?
Let's
Nice.
see.
This whole
Wonderful.
time, Orison's been trying to like wipe the slime off of himself.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You were stained.
Yeah, you're like making it worse.
Oh, there's some soap back at the camp. I'm sure it's gonna cut right through it.
Yes, well, in the
dear-
meantime.
Deer milk soap. It's very good. It's very
Yeah, very sweet smelling.
and it's makes you soft. I have very soft hands. Well, I mean, after you clean off that. Well, Oh, hang on. Minor hands are covered too. Jeez.
Well,
You did me.
all things in due time. In the meantime, and he's going to take out one of his daggers and start cutting off hunks of meat.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
It does take you guys a long time to carve this thing up. You managed to find like where the intestines track and the stomach and all that nastiness is.
Yeah. Is there
Get-
anything in there?
Leaves?
Make a perception check.
I mean, while we're here, we might as well take a look around. 23.
23. You begin digging through it and you find all kinds of vegetation. But you also find bones.
Oh,
So you get the sense that this is an omnivore.
you're a little omnivore. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
DM.
One of the bones is that of some kind of decent sized cat.
Oh,
With some nasty looking teeth.
like bigger than I've seen. How big is a skull?
it,
you're
it would
talking?
be probably the size of like a lion.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
got some regular apex predators. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't think this would fit in the mouth that you saw, so you think that these things have the ability to swallow larger, kind of like a snake. They might have some kind of ability to like.
You don't think it's
Unhinged.
jaw unhinged? Oh, great.
Or it has a second bigger mouth.
Oh, it eats things with its butt. I don't know.
It does make you wonder, though, if a feline that size was prey to this, what
I mean,
what preys
yeah.
upon this?
Cats are usually, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, geez. We do. Oh,
How
hey,
many more of those cats are nearby, I wonder?
If that puts us at the top of the food chain, then this settlement should be pretty easy.
yeah. I don't know. I kind of did almost get a. Well, let's just be careful. Hey, can anyone do anybody want this skull? It's pretty neat. We could just have it on a table.
Vitaly grabs it.
When you grab it and you like really like handle it, you realize that it's soft.
Oh, oh, my bad.
You get the impression that whatever digestive fluids this thing has, eats through bone.
Was that-
Oh,
Was that the only skeletal remain in there, or
No,
can we tell if there's anything more human-esque?
There is nothing humanesque that you see. No.
are they in just like varying degrees of soft bones?
Yep.
Okay.
Some of them are semi-soft, like the skull, and then others are more like gelatin.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty bad.
nice. I can't wait to try it. All right, carry on.
It is super cold out, and there is snow falling, and as the day progresses and people are so the colony, the colonists start to help cut up this slug with various tools that they have. So I keep saying slug, the snail. And they like don't know where to put it, so they just kind of like put it in the snow, and eventually you have like solid frozen bricks of snail meat.
Snail steaks.
Yeah. Just strewn out in the snow around your camp. You have a feeling this would feed you guys for, or the whole colony for probably a couple weeks.
Well, as long as it doesn't defrost, I think we should be set for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, is
you
anyone
guys-
allergic?
Who knows? You're gonna find out
Oh, geez. All right.
tonight, because that's what's for dinner.
Oh,
Yeah. It doesn't take that long for them to pull the meat out of the shell either. They managed to hook some hooks onto a line and then have the deer pull the meat while a bunch of the colonists hold onto the shell, and there's this satisfying as it slips out.
how shocked are they that we've already like disbanded a freaking giant ass snail?
Oh yeah, they were all standing there like, holy shit. There's a
us
reason
too.
that you guys are the ones that are in charge. They're pretty
Yep.
sure like if they had taken the damage that you had taken, they would be dead multiple times over.
Oh. Well, then I'll take the bite.
Yeah. They
And the butt.
they start setting up some different different tents and things like that. A lot of the colonists will stay on the ship while you guys start building buildings. And yeah. Let's see. Eldon.
Yep.
Make a perception check for me to get the lay of the land.
Alrighty. That'll be a 12 start.
12. You only get so far before the snow begins to cause some problems, and you're a little bit afraid of going too far anyway because you don't know what else is out there. But you get a decent bit of information.
I'd also be looking for a really tall tree if there's one in the area.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of pick the tallest one I can see and climb.
Okay. To the south, you see a very thick forest across the river. Around you, this is a more lightly forested area, so it's not like it's like you have a tree every 5 feet, more so than hugging each other type trees. You think
Am I
that?
far?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No. What were you going to ask?
I was gonna say, am I far enough that I'm not outside of the colony?
Do you want to be?
Yes.
then yes.
Okay. So when I get to the top of the tree, I kind of take a lay of the land. Take my cloak, pull it back, pin it back, and kind of just like Eladon just kind of like flexes his shoulders a little bit and shifts about, and then suddenly just the black and gold striped wings kind of just unfold from his sides, coming like almost straight out.
Mhm.
And you just hop off and kind of glide a little bit. He's so fucking happy to be off the boat and able to stretch.
Awesome, yeah. So you glide around the trees a little bit and enjoy the wind. Yeah, and you have a good time.
Okay.
Um,
He'll be keeping an eye out for things and getting lay of the land, but just kind of like,
yeah,
holy
sure.
crap, I'm finally free.
Yeah. You see that there is a clearing to the north of your camp that would be good to start um, building some stuff or to maybe get a farm going once spring comes around.
Okay.
And there's a couple clearings like that, so different areas where you can do some different stuff. But other than that, this lightly forested area goes for far as the eye can see to the north and to the west, and to the south is the really thick forest past the river, and then to the east is just mountains.
Okay. And not seeing any other large snails or anything like that.
Not that you see,
Okay. Cool. So yeah, after a little bit of that, I would land, put my wings away, cover them back up with the cloak and all that jazz, and then head back towards the camp.
Okay. When you return, Sir Aether Wolf, the mouth of the king, pulls you all aside and he says, "Oh well, as far as setting up the colony, I'll leave that up to you. However, I do have one request, and that is that we need a flat surface made of stone as soon as possible.
How flat is the snail shell?
Not
Like on its side?
not flat.
Ugh.
It is all kinds of spirally.
Would I have seen anything like that while I was kind of checking the area?
No. It doesn't have to be a solid piece of stone. It just needs to be like a foundation.
Okay.
And
We can do that.
he pulls out a chest, and you see that it's sealed with wax to make sure that no water whatsoever could gotten in on your journey. And he starts to break the seal, and he opens it up, and inside you see a 100 scrolls and a number of spell items. One second, sorry. You see a number of chalks and inks that all seem to be glittering, and you see enough of these packets that it would equal 100 times worth of those items. And he goes, I need to be able to cast these spells to create the teleportation circle back to the mainland.
Oh,
Interesting.
And once I can do that, within a year, sorry, not 100 of these, 365 of them, within a year, we'll be able to transport ourselves back to the mainland and then back here to the colony at will.
oh, that will be handy.
Very much so. Until then, though, we're on our own.
Oh. We'll have a good meal tonight. I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
Yep. I have absolute faith in all of you.
Me too. As long as I don't get shot in the butt anymore.
One of your Minotaur children runs up and is covered in leaves and dirt
Oh.
and snow and slime,
Oh, you're too far away. I can't even tell which one you are.
and they just look up at you and smile real big,
Oh.
and then runs up and headbutts you.
Oh, it's Tavos. Okay. I lean over and pick him up like one would
Leave
a.
like a perfect like slime imprint of its head.
Yep.
We really got to find that deer soap. And she holds him like you hold a sack of potato, like far away,
Uh-huh.
but just
Yeah.
no one wants to have a good day today, huh?
And-
Okay.
Tavos is just laughing and laughing and
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying this. All right then. We're gonna have to dunk you in the water. You know how much you love baths.
at that Tavos goes, "Oh," and begins
Well, I
to
mean-
struggle.
No. I'm just, I'm just holding him like a Wrigley puppy then.
Yeah. Awesome. So we'll end just a little bit early tonight. So what I want you guys to do is for next game is kind of think about how you want to plan out your colony. What kind of buildings do you want to build first? What do you need in order to survive?
Okay.
And then we'll pick it up from next time. Like we'll probably give it a week so all this stuff will get started, and then depending on what buildings you guys want to build, we'll determine how long they'll take to build.
Would I be able to get a like closer view of the map of like where we're settling?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
make that happen.
I would
That
appreciate
would
that. Thank
be
you.
awesome.
Yeah. I'll have to get that out to you guys later, but I can probably do that after we end tonight.
Works for me.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll be back next week.
Have a good one.
Have a wonderful evening.
Goodbye.
Night.
Latest.